Well, I worried that I can't, because if I do that,
Voice.
I can't do Barry. It's like it drops. So you need quite a lot. In fact, that's probably what's caused it, really. Because I've dropped my esophagus and sort of dropped on the back of my throat, you see. So that's the price of...
Great aunt who sounded just like that. Just a quick bit of housekeeping from yours truly before we get stuck into the fun times. Want more of me, the guests, the goddesses letting our hair down without a single ruddy ad? I bet you do. Then hit subscribe on Apple Podcasts or pop over to whethersawilisawake.com and join in on all the 6 feet under fun times. Well, hello there, my little cherubs. It's me, Mel Gedroich. You can call me Gedders, although it sounds a bit posh. Now, lovely. We get all sorts of wafting through here. Icons, legends, and the spiritually gifted, or spiffed, as I like to call them. Here's a spiffed one now. Black turtleneck, platinum blonde mullet, said he'd once opened his third eye, which I happen to know was just a large boil that he squeezed. Anyway, welcome to... I don't know about you, Deathlings, but I really would like to know. I'd like to get the down low on the demise of he who does not wear a halo. Or does he, Alex?
Alex Lowe. Alex Lowe. Alex Lowe. Alex Lowe.
Isn't that lovely? Thank you.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Isn't that gorgeous?
Isn't that a lovely way to start a podcast?
The puns aside, yes, it was.
Yeah, thanks for supporting my puns, Alex.
No, very good.
I heard a tusk in the background.
No, it's lovely.
Oh, it's great to see you.
Great to be here. Last time we were together, we did a bit on your show, Hitmen, where we had a bit of a sort of kissing, licking scene.
We had a slow dance, Alex.
Yeah, but it involved me licking your ear.
Yeah, and also there was a nibble, which was in the script. It was in the script.
It was.
It says Alex Lowe nibbles her ear, and you did beautifully.
But it went on for hours, a lot of takes. But I really enjoyed it.
Oh, wasn't it fun?
Yeah, great fun.
Wasn't
really
it
great
fun? Now listen, enough of this showbiz tittle tattle.
Yeah, sorry.
These guys have got to sell us something.
Don't go anywhere. Don't go away. We'll be back after this short break.
Alex, first and foremost, what are you plugging?
Oh, I am plugging, which camera? This one? I am plugging my Clinton Baptiste 5th UK and Ireland tour. It's called Spectral Intercourse, and it's Clinton doing pretty much what he's always done, readings with the audience, contacting the dead, answering problems about, where the world's going, solutions maybe.
Clinton.
Yeah, so it's from February 2026.
How long are you on the road for?
It's slightly shorter than the last tour was 125 dates. And this, we're now playing bigger venues, but less of them. But yeah.
Great. Do you like that? Or do you prefer slightly smaller, I can see the whites of their eyes kind of vibe?
I've done a couple of gigs in bigger venues where the sound bounces back and you hear your voice 2 seconds later and you think, how's anyone following this? So
that's weird.
Yeah, that's weird. But yeah, I'll let you know.
That is going to be absolutely amazing, Alex.
Yeah.
Huge congrats.
Thank you.
And I'm so sorry you've died, by the way.
So am I.
We all are.
It's so funny when you get to 57 like I am. No, I am.
Samesies. When were you 57?
January.
Oh, in June. I'm 6 months older. 6 months younger, I should say.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a meh age,
It is,
isn't
but it's so funny how, I'm sure everyone says this who comes in here, maybe they don't, that it does throw things into sharp focus.
Oh, yeah.
And having, I think maybe this the enduring appeal of this podcast is, what do I deserve to go into heaven? How do I deserve to go into heaven?
Totally.
What have I achieved?
I like the way you say heaven there, Alex. assuming assuming that you'll be ascending the
Oh, dear.
stairwell.
Okay. But the afterlife, whatever it is.
Yeah.
What have you done to deserve your fate?
Yeah.
It throws into sharp focus at my
It
age.
blooming does. And actually, it leads on rather nicely to...
Well, as I say, it's really, if you really think about it,
Yeah.
why would I deserve? You go, what have I done that's so great?
Clinton, Barry,
These are
to name but two.
These are
quickfire
fripperies.
reasons.
This is me making smutty jokes for a living. I didn't do triple heart bypass surgery at any point.
But you might listen, by your laughter, you might have saved
Possibly.
people.
But, I do a double act with Dan Skinner. We do
Yeah.
Angelos and Barry.
Yes.
Barry from Watford and Angelos Epithemiou.
It's
and
key. It's
occasionally,
absolutely key.
when we've done live shows, I occasionally find myself going to a charity shop or to a gay emporium in Soho to purchase something that looks like a knob or something that's a little bit comical that looks like someone's arse or something. And I'm in there thinking, for God's sake, what am I doing? As I said, there are people doing proper charity work. They're not going, got anything that looks like a man's knob in here? It's so pathetic. So I do sometimes wonder what it's all for,
The last time I was in a church, Alex, this is absolutely the truth.
Yeah.
I was dressed as Noddy Holder,
Yeah.
full top to tail. I mean,
Yeah.
literally, the mirrored top hat, the old sideys, the
Yeah.
flared, checked suit, everything, with a bag of sausages.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, I'm in a church and all I'm doing here is doing this for a cheap laugh at a carol concert.
I know.
Literally.
But I will say, as you suggested, people do get in touch and say, thank you for cheering me up. I've been going through a hard time and all
Yeah.
that, which is really lovely, although the
Yeah.
money's better than that, obviously. But, so I don't know. So I would say that the first thing I thought of is I'm very kind to my doggy. I've got a lovely doggy who we is a rescue.
Same.
Yeah.
Samesies.
Samesies. We're very similar, aren't we?
57, both with a rescue dog.
That's right. But
What's yours? He,
well,
she?
she is a sort of staffy crossed with a Labrador. I'm not entirely certain, but she does go wild. She climbs trees. She goes after. She's right up the top of trees. It's crazy.
Is she?
Yeah, but she's so lovely, and she's in bed with me every night. I'm not sleeping with my wife because of my snoring.
Samesies.
You're not sleeping with my wife either. Jeez,
I kicked
there's
her
someone
out.
in there with.
Kicked her out because she was snoring.
Well-
no, my husband, Ben, is now, folks, at the moment, sleeping in the ruddy office until we can
Yeah.
sort the
Well, it's
snoring.
hard to
Alex,
do.
what are you doing? What are you doing?
I didn't believe that I had this problem.
Let's have the voice memo, please.
But this is what
Let's have it. Let's
we
have it.
had. These are some of the results. If I go to, it's a sleeping app.
Okay. Was
that
this
I
last
got.
night? No.
No. This is when it was really bad. I've stopped drinking recently, which does make. You're
Samesies.
kidding.
Samesies. Ben stopped drinking.
Well,
And it is getting better. Let's have it. Oh, jeez. Alex, that...
I call this a double bagger coming up now. It's the two. It starts off and then. So for that reason, she don't want to sleep with me.
That's my...
The dog doesn't mind it.
That's worse. That's like a chainsaw going at an enormous trunk, but with no let up.
No, it's horrible. And but I had all the tests, sleep apnea and all that.
Yeah.
And eventually, you rig yourself to this machine. Ironically, you can't sleep when you've got all these wires all over you. And I went to the guy, and eventually, after analysing the results, he went, try not to drink 3 hours before you go to sleep and sleep on your side. And I went, is that it? I went, yeah.
Do you sleep in pyjamas or do you go nude?
I have my boxer shorts and a Clinton Baptiste T-shirt.
Okay, right. Into the back of the Clinton Baptiste T-shirt.
Yes.
I've done this. I tried it with Ben. It worked for about
Ball? No.
corks.
What does that do?
So you sew corks into the back of whatever you're wearing on top.
Yeah.
And it prevents you from lying on your back, which, as we all know, is the prime snoring position.
Yeah. Okay.
So try that. It worked for us for about 6 months.
I'm going to give that a go.
Yeah, corks into the back of the T-shirt.
Okay.
Or have your flaps cauterised.
Okay.
by which I mean the whatever they are, the laryngeal flaps.
Well, I worried that I can't, because if I do that,
Voice.
I can't do Barry.
Oh.
It's like it drops. So you need quite a lot. In fact, that's probably what's caused it, really. Because it's dropped my esophagus has sort of dropped to the back of my throat, you see. So
I had
that's
a
the price of
great aunt who sounded just like that.
airs.
Oh, how do you do the teeth whistle? Can we just first?
Well, I normally have my false teeth.
You do. You put the forces in, yeah.
I don't know, really. It's a bit of that.
Oh.
That's it. It's little bit of that. But the key is the lung capacity, running out of the lung capacity and forcing out the last bit, you see. Which, family members of mine have done. It's just not having enough breath.
It's the slightly emphysemia.
It is
lung,
horrible, isn't it?
Oh, God, that's good. Now, Alex, I always like to think about this every waking hour of the day, and this is no exception.
Yeah.
You've died.
Yeah.
What I want to talk about is...
When I was younger, there were two things that were very personal to me. You know how you have sort of words, phrases, whatever, in your own home for certain things.
Oh, yeah.
And I was saying this on my podcast the other day that it was so hurtful. I think I was about 5 or 6 and I was at school, and for some reason the teacher was asking about all the different ways you could eat eggs.
Yeah.
So the kids were going scrambled, fried, poached and all that.
Hard-boiled.
Hard-boiled, yeah. And all that.
Raw.
That's it.
Raw. If you're a rower or something.
And I ventured egg and dippers, which is only the same as egg and shoulders, but I think we called it egg and dippers in my house. And some young bastard went, "We've already said boiled eggs. Oh my God, egg and dippers, egg and dippers." And it was so hurtful, like our special term for egg and soldiers.
Yeah.
And this was only surpassed some years later in a maths lesson when I was about 14 or 15, where we were all getting on with our, whatever it was, long division, something.
Yeah.
And the teacher, Miss Gilbert, said, out loud, probably towards the end of the lesson, "Oh, what am I going to have for my dinner tonight?" And I ventured. My mum was not the greatest cook, but she'd got a Delia book, and it was something called, I thought it was the height of sophistication, fish Provençal.
Oh, hello.
Which was fish and sort of tomato and
olives.
some peppers and olives and a bit of rice. And I thought this was the greatest thing. And I ventured fish Provençal. She said, "What's that?" And I described it. And she, in front of the whole class, went, "Oh, it sounds disgusting." And it was so... for my mum's special dish. And it was so sort of humiliating. So do you know what? To remember my dear mum, who's still with us, I would have fish Provençal. I might even finish with an egg and dipper.
Yeah.
But it was so hurtful.
She might as well have just crushed her heel into your face.
She might as well have got my mum's special dish and smacked it in my face, rubbed the fish, which was a cod or a haddock, a decent haddock, in my face.
In your face. And then
Flicked the olives in my eyes.
And then spat on
And
you.
spat on me. It was so appalling.
Right, you are definitely having that for the last supper then.
Thank you so much. She can take her long division, shove it up her arse.
What about for pudding? You having any pudsies / sweet?
I don't so much now, but I do love a chocolate mousse.
Come on, it's your last supper, Alex.
I went to Rob
Chocolate
Brydon's
mousse.
60th birthday
Come on.
the other day.
Come on, I need to hear everything.
And first of all, they do the lovely canapé things at the start.
Did he have staff? Of course he did.
Oh, yeah, there are all sorts of people. It was at the Orangery in Kew.
Oh.
Now, I only say this, don't want people to think this is something that my wife and I never go to these things.
What fun, though.
Great fun.
What
and,
fun.
Proper posh do. So I'm not saying this to show off to anyone. I was excited as anyone to go to Rob's 60th. And it was not your Marks and Spencer's, which is a perfectly good little party. It was proper stuff. And at the end of it, despite being off the booze and off the sugary stuff, I had a chocolate pudding, may even have been 2, a chocolate mousse, and a sort of raspberry, strawberry, creamy thing. It was so fantastic. I'm still talking about it now. This is about a month ago. It was so fantastic. So thank you, Rob. That was delicious.
Sounds good.
Great.
Now, so what happened, Alex?
The death.
How did you die?
I would like to think that I laughed my head off. Does everyone say that one? I literally laughed my head off.
No one's ever said that.
Until I dropped dead. I always remember growing up, someone famously wrote into the BBC and said my husband laughed his head off at the Goodies and dropped dead, and it couldn't have been a nicer way for him to go. And I would like, I'm trying to think of the things in my life that have made me absolutely, the sort of laughter where you can't breathe.
Yeah.
And it happens less and less. I don't know why. But one of them was when I first heard Derek and Clive. And I was,
so
I
good.
couldn't, honestly, aside from the filthy language, it is so brilliantly done.
Yeah.
And I would be unable to breathe. I couldn't believe it was that funny.
Yeah.
And all the sort of
And that it was
shackles
allowed.
thrown off.
That it was allowed. They pushed through those boundaries,
and
didn't they?
so much so that like lots of students of the kind of mid to late 80s, I was always playing this in the halls of residence to people whether they wanted to hear it or not.
I was going to say, Alex, did you have many people coming around?
Mostly blokes it was, I have to say. But the other one, which used to make us absolutely double over with laughter, mostly after the pub, we would put on the video VHS Vic and Bob doing last year's work's holiday was 2 weeks away in Greece. Do you remember the man with the stick? Yeah.
Man with a stick.
We had this thing. It must have worn down the VHS. I could not. It was so sublimely, brilliantly funny.
Yeah.
And it was also slightly amateurish. Vic was used to cock things up. And they would, Channel X or Alan Mark, whoever it was making this, just used to let it go. You didn't do it again.
There's also there's that similarity, I think, with Pete and Dud, who obviously did Derek and Clive, and with Vic and Bob, the sense that they are always on the verge of laughter themselves.
Yes.
Not in a kind of smug, look at us, we're hilarious. They just find each other so funny, and that is the funniest stuff.
So good. Really,
really.
Oh,
man.
Yeah, so that's it, laughing my head off.
Literally, a literal
it
laughing off.
It literally bounces off my thigh, rolls across. We've got quite a nice coffee table. Lodges itself between. Yeah. Maybe keep the dog away. The dog, but.
And is the mouth still going?
Still laughing until finally.
God, the eternal snoring. No.
That's got to finish.
Well, if you're in hell, then it will be eternal snoring.
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this short break.
Alex, if you wouldn't mind with the...
Hi, WTAW team. I just had... Oh, sorry. Wittua team. I just had to share this story because it still makes me laugh and cringe every time I think about it. A good friend of mine who's vegetarian hosted a Mexican night recently.
I'm laughing already. Don't know why.
Instead of the usual meat options, he made black bean tacos. Ooh. Nice, healthy and high in fibre. I thought I'd be adventurous and gave them a go. Tasted delicious, may I add. Oh, my God. The next morning, I woke up with a bit of a funny tummy.
Okay.
But I figured it was nothing serious. So I got ready and headed to work, hoping it would pass. It didn't. A few hours in, I somehow managed to completely block the office toilets. People were knocking, clearly desperate, and I remained silent, hoping they would think the toilet was out of order. It was honestly one of the most embarrassing mornings I've ever had, but at least it makes for a good story now. Cheers, Arthur.
Arthur, I hope... was there a coat hanger? Could somebody
my God.
Could somebody have plunged? Plastic bag over the hand?
I think it sounds like a loose stool more than...
Yes. I blocked a loo at... I know.
God.
Sorry, Alex. I'm sorry to bring it down to this level. It was at the Edinburgh Festival. Sharing a flat with about 17 people. Blocked the loo.
I once... met a girl who used to work in the World Cafe in Crouch End in North London.
Oh, yeah.
And we went to a party. This is 30 years ago. I don't know why. And during the course of the evening, it was clear that there might be some kissing and cuddling going on later.
Come on.
And we went back to her place.
Yeah.
So
No, it's great.
and we'd drunk a lot. And when I say we had a spliff?
Yeah, of course you
Okay.
can, mate. You had a big...
I never do that. It was in the old days.
Yes, in the old, it's fine. Massive
And
old
it was
doobie.
not really something that I ever did particularly, but I drunk a lot, and then we had this, and it was clearly on the cards that, and she was in her bedroom, and I went to the toilet, and was coming out of all ends, and then I fell asleep in the toilet, and then I woke up in the morning, and I went into the room, and it was all over. She was asleep, and I just let myself out the door, and
I can hear them laughing behind very thick glass in the gallery.
And she was
Both
quite
ends,
nice
Alex.
as well. Yeah,
Both ends, mate.
oh, it was terrible, awful.
Listen, how amazing to have, Arthur, your email read out by the one, the only Alex Lowe. It was
Thank you, Arthur.
cracking story. I hope the tummy has, settled itself down. Plenty more of those, please, from you amazing listeners. We love getting your correspondence. We do read everything that comes through. Absolute dibs honour. You know how to get in touch, obviously. You know how to subscribe. We do 6 Feet Under as well. Yeah, that's the little barnacle podcast adjacent to this one. You can get in touch with me at mel@deathpodcast.co.uk. Subscribe at all your Apple podcast platforms. I think I did that bit of housekeeping really, really rather well. Now, thank you very much, Alex. You're looking worried. I'm in control of this ship. Don't you worry.
Okay.
I've got the tiller.
Okay, good.
Got it fast in my hand. Now, the big day, Alex. I'm not talking about the Palladium, which I know you've got coming up. I'm talking
you.
about the funeral. Where was it? Let's talk transport first. How did you get there?
Well, I've done so much touring recently as Clinton Baptiste over the last few years. I have my stage manager, tour manager, road manager, whatever he is, Alex Winter.
Oh, sorry, I thought you had 3 people.
No, it's the same guy.
I was going to say,
Same
Alex,
guy.
bloody hell.
And he sells my merch as well, so he does a lot.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
He's a great
They
guy.
work so hard.
Oh, he works really hard.
So he
yeah.
drives you to the venue. He sets up the stage
Yep.
for you.
Yes.
He's like your minder a bit, slightly.
A little bit. He also does all the cueing. He does all the sound cues and everything. And then he clears up. When we get to the hotel, if there's any problem with the credit card or it's
He's
not been booked,
sorting it.
he sorts that out, and I'm just kind of have to stand there waiting for him to sort it out.
And would he also be your pallbearer? Probably the only one. Literally.
The poor guy. Yeah. I mean, what's interesting is he does a lot of lugging. You know, when I said, there was one show we did and it had big letters Clint across in red. And of course, if you push the L and the I together, which we
Great.
did, something else comes up. So we had that joke, which people could see coming a mile off.
Brilliant.
But it was huge letters, Elvis-style letters, which he had to get into the back of the van. And this was a really amazing thing that Alex said. We were at a certain venue, I won't name it, and they're always great at helping you get in.
Yeah.
And at the end of the show, they're a bit like, well, we've done
Bugger
that
off.
now. And
Yeah.
you lug all your stuff
Yes.
back out into the van.
Yeah.
And he actually used these words, which for the first time, as you talk about getting older, he said, it's really irritating, isn't it? There I am with a 56-year-old man. I was 56 at the time. And you're supposed to lug the stuff around. And for the first time in my life, I thought, I see, I'm like too old to do that now. And that's the first time in my life someone had sort of acknowledged that maybe I'm
shouldn't
not
be doing
expected to be doing that.
No.
Part of me thought, yeah, I can't possibly do it. I'm an old man. You better do it. But I did think for the first time ever, oh God, that's a real threshold.
Yes.
But so he is used to, what I'm going to say is he is used to lugging heavy things around.
So he could probably pull bear
He
on
could
his
pull
own.
bear. Yeah.
He sounds absolutely amazing.
He's a great guy, yeah.
So he's going to bring you in. Have we got a dress code?
I think smart casual. I'm going smart casual.
Covers all bases.
Yeah,
Would you allow
Yeah.
somebody that's got a jacket but trainers? Yes.
I don't mind that because I think trainers can look quite good.
As long as they're quite new trainers,
And
box fresh.
Yeah, I don't think I've really, to my shame, I'm wearing Skechers, which are, we're not sponsored by Skechers before I say it, to my shame. But I don't mind them. They're very comfy. They look all right. Please don't go down and look at these horrible shoes. But they're not box fresh.
What about a tracksuit? Would you let someone in with a tracksuit?
If it's a sort of trendy-ish sort of tracksuit, not the Winfield, Woolies Winfield type thing that we used to wear.
A juicy couture, something like that.
But
That's
I don't
all right.
want people to be overly fussy because I rarely wear anything nice. I did for Rob Brydon's too.
What did you wear, by the way, to Rob Brydon's 60th
I wore
birthday
the
party that I
same
wasn't
suit.
invited to?
I wore the same suit I wore at his 50th, which I've now got into because I've lost a bit of weight. But my wife really went to town. She looked so gorgeous. But I wore the same suit. And I'm probably wearing it at his 70th as well if I'm still pals with him.
God bless Rob. Hopefully I'll be able to make that one. So it's always nice for people to remember you, obviously, and at funerals, people like to stand up, say a few words. Had any thoughts about maybe who might want to do that? Anyone special in mind?
Yeah, I thought that there's a guy who's been very close to me for a few years now, and he's always got a lot to say for himself and a lot about me, Barry from Watford.
Oh,
maybe.
how nice! Oh, how lovely! Let's have a little listen.
You know, we used to have a quaint old East End expression for, to describe someone like Alex Lowe. A tosser. But it's true to say he spent all his life showing off on stage, So much so that he had to cancel his own honeymoon to do a job. Unbelievable that anyone wanted to marry him and have a honeymoon. I mean, not about the job, Now, I think this is true. On the plus side, and let's be fair, he was on the plus side, he'd done a lot of work before he died, reducing his cholesterol and blood sugar, so well done, Well, we're talking about him in the past tense, so not that well done, clearly. But then it is important. I just want to say this. This is from Outside magazine from 2005. Alex Lowe's real genius grew out the way he combined physical accomplishments with an indomitable spirit. And I know Alex would hate for me to read that out. Firstly, he'd be embarrassed. But more importantly, because it refers to the famous American mountaineer Alex Lowe, who died in 2005.
Yeah, there's another Alex Lowe out there who's very famous, more famous than me.
The Mountaineer.
Yeah.
Not that I knew about him, but no. Oh,
well known, yeah.
Oh, is he?
If you Google your name as much as I do, you'll find it's nothing to do with you.
God, it's good to see Barry.
Oh yeah, good, yeah.
It's when Barry goes low when he suddenly just it's just so good.
Well, Barry is based on my Cockney relatives from Deptford and Bermondsey. In the war, there was a kind of move to get them out of the Blitz.
Yeah.
To get them, they moved to where I grew up. I grew up all nice and posh in Pinner, but they're all Cockney ding-dongs. And so although their old way of talking like Cockney and slightly putting the emphasis on the wrong...
That's the one.
Is based on all my Cockney forebears, who I think would have thought I was very posh and middle class and bit of a twat.
You and me both, mate. I'm from Leatherhead.
Oh, Christ.
Well, no, not dissing Leatherhead. No. Love Leatherhead, but, very, very good to hear from Barry.
Good.
Now, this is a weird one. Who do you prefer, Barry or Clinton?
Oh, wow, that's really interesting.
I know that's awful. That's like Sophie's choice. Sophie's choice, isn't it? Awful. Your babies.
Yeah, I love doing Clinton because a lot of people come to see Clinton, and it's really lovely.
Palladium 2026.
Yeah, please come to that.
Palladium.
It'd be very echoey if it's just me on my own in there.
Palladium 2026.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be there.
I think probably I really love Barry because it sort of reminds me of my own family.
Yeah.
And I do sometimes think, I hope they don't think I'm being disrespectful if they're watching me.
They must love it.
Well, I hope so.
Or have you had a bit of...
No, I mean, occasionally, you know, what is a funny thing is that when I do Clinton,
Yeah.
I have had people come to see me. I did a gig in Twickenham and I could hear a woman wanting to come in and speak to me. I thought, oh God. She said, yeah, it's great. It's funny what you're doing. I get it. I'm a psychic medium. It's funny. I get it. I get all the tropes. I'm a member of the Society for Parapsychological Research, but I just want you to know that your family were on stage with you tonight. I went, oh, right, you know. So I'm aware that my family are kind of watching me.
The ancestors.
So, yeah, so I said, she said, your grandma was on there. I said, oh, right. What does she look like then? She said, she looks a lot like you. I thought, well, she's a blood relative. There's every chance, you know.
So white hair,
Yeah.
and looked a lot like you.
That's right. So, I mean, I was looking around. It's quite a small stage. I don't know how they all got on there, but
Alex, that's hilarious.
so I do think that they are. But you know, oddly, what I was going to say about that, all piss taking aside, it was a strange comfort to me that she, I think, clearly believes that they
were there.
It's nice to think. I'd like to
Yeah.
think they're watching me, and I do occasionally when I'm really shitting myself about to go on stage, thinking, well, this is me talking in this room of 1,000 people for the next 80 minutes on my own. I do ask them occasionally to kind of stay with me, and I think they sort of do.
Tap in with the ancestors.
Yeah.
That's really lovely.
But that's as Clinton. If I start doing Barry, I don't want to ask them. They
No.
go, "I'll tell you what, mate. You got a cheat. Take the piss out of us. Yeah, good luck, mate. You're on your own." This is what they'll be like, I think.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this short break.
Now, we're Brits. We don't like to talk about we don't like to talk about money very much, do we?
No.
We get a bit sort of shy and
Yes.
a bit, you know, not like the Yanks
Yeah,
across the pond.
distasteful.
Always talking about their money. We don't like to do that. But having said that, I do need a few nuggets from you.
The will and the wake.
So who's getting what, Alex? The will.
I think I have, like probably a lot of people, I've got various reviews and things that were written about me.
Oh, yeah. We've
years
got
ago
a few of those.
in the attic and all that sort of stuff. And I might give that stuff to my daughter, who's sort of in showbiz, and she
Lovely.
appreciates it.
Yeah.
Most other people aren't that interested.
Yeah.
You know, my mate Jim calls it postcard to self.
Yes.
You know, you spend a lot of time in your own head about my
Yeah.
position in the business or whatever.
Yeah.
It's no one's interested.
No.
It's only happening in your,
In
own
head.
imagination.
Yeah, that's so
Because people are
true.
so busy with their own stuff.
Yeah.
They don't care.
They don't give
You
a
know,
shit.
I've sort of imagined that, you know, somehow your CV or your great reckoning with the heavens is all on a big tablet of stone. It ain't.
No.
No one's watching, you know. So I think if there's anyone who's remotely interested in anything I've done, and it's, as I say, it's not triple heart bypass surgery,
Yeah.
it would be my daughter. So she can
might
have.
frame the odd review, mightn't she, and put it up in her studio in LA, where
might
she'll
happen.
probably be,
It
as well
might
as in
happen.
Britain, obviously.
Yeah. What else have I got?
The booty, Alex. The Lowe booty.
Oh God! I tell you what, I've got. It's a bit pathetic. I've got a sort of old blanket with a lovely bit of satin edging that I occasionally like when I'm really down. We're the same
Saintless.
person.
What's yours called?
I don't really have a name for it. Do you call it
What?
blanket? What do you call it?
Ubby.
Ubby?
Yeah, my ubby.
I call it mud egg and dipper. I call it. So I've just got that. It features. There's a picture of my parents getting married in 1964, and in the background you can see that it's a wedding present next to them. It's this blanket, so
It's
it's
a
very
blanket.
yeah, and it's also a bit threadbare. So I think I might donate that, either be buried with it or
Yeah.
donate it to.
Does it smell? My ubby smells. And in a good way. I love the smell. It just smells. It smells
I think
familiar.
it's washed occasionally, but my
Okay.
wife thinks it's pathetic. And my daughter had someone round the other day, and no, she had her boyfriend over, and I don't know whether they wanted to be wrapped up on the sofa or something. And she said, "Oh, not that. It's my dad's blankie. Don't leave that." It was so embarrassing. 57 years old, my dad's blankie. And he had to go, "Oh, right, yeah." You know, I mean,
That's
pathetic.
very. But how lovely of her, though, to be so protective of you and your blankie.
And that is why she's going to get all my stupid reviews.
That is so cute.
I love her that much. She can have all the reviews from the Harrow Observer from when I was 14 in a school play.
She'll be the archivist.
Yeah.
Now, what about the old partay? The Wake. What's going on there?
I think I would like, a bit like Rob Brydon's 60th birthday, all the people...
Chocky Mousse.
Chocolate mousse.
Yeah.
Lovely canapes, all that kind of stuff. The spoon, as you suggested, the spoon. All that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But
Because they're quite smart.
I
They're
think...
quite smart.
Well, yeah, sort of. I'd like it to be a nice party, but... for people to sit around and chat. I
Yeah.
think, you know what, when COVID happened, I don't know anything about folk music, right? But suddenly I had an absolute craving to be in a really hot, sweaty pub with someone playing an accordion and fag smoke everywhere and big, beardy, sweaty people and pints of beer and everyone up close and literally sharing the sweaty air.
Storytelling.
That's it. And I really had a craving for that. And I thought, when this COVID thing is over, I would like to be in that environment and nothing fake about it. Sort of old stories and great old songs and sea shanties and all that. It sounds ridiculous.
No, I'm not lying. There was somebody on Radio 4 last night. I forget her name. She sounded brilliant. She was from Cornwall. Yeah. And she was saying, since COVID, the whole folk movement in Britain has become enormous.
Is that right?
That's
But they always say
bizarre.
about folk music, they will get you in the end. That over a period of time, when you get older, you kind of go, I just like the authenticity of it.
Yeah.
But so that's what I'd like, a big old booze up with people going around offering it out for free.
And then people just whip out their instruments.
That's what I would like.
Not a euphemism. They bring out a ukulele or a cello or an accordion or whatever. That's
what I'd really like.
Yeah.
I mean, not... Sometimes you go to a party and some idiot gets out
yes.
Have you seen the old man? I don't want that.
No.
But I want a really good old do.
Yeah.
And something that's kind of fecund and hot and real.
This is sounding really, really good.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
But I don't know, as I said, I don't know anything about folk music. The Proclaimers I loved.
Yeah.
I'm into, God, I'm so old and gentle now. I like Kate Rusby.
Oh, Rusby's great.
Yeah, but
Sam Lee. Sam.
I'll have to listen to Sam Lee.
Oh,
I've gone mad on...
Sam Lee's amazing. I think you'd like Sam Lee. Right, now, Alex, you work with words. You write them, you speak them. They're all around you. Do you want to leave them with a zinger? Or are you happy just to sort of drift off with some dribble?
Once again, this is not a very funny answer, but I do think that, honestly, my final words would be, this is a cliche, but believe in yourself.
Oh.
And it's only that, I sort of grew up in the London suburbs, not a particularly poshy middle-class family. We're not exactly from down pit.
I am a bit middle-class, so that's not
okay,
same but yeah. But the suburbs, I get
of course,
the suburbs.
Lower middle-class suburban people. And there was always an air of growing up for me, and my parents were very supportive. There's always an air of kind of... there's going to come a time you're going to have to knuckle down.
Stick to your thing and knuckle down.
There was a bit of growing up was sort of stop showing off.
Yes.
And I think actually you can sort of judge it. You're a human being in your own right. I've got to stress, this sounds really unfair of me. No one stopped me doing what I want to do. But it was always a slight air of, sooner or later, you are going to have to stop this silly nonsense and get a job. And now the relief of 57, if I want to do something else, no one's going to employ me to do anything else.
They won't.
I can't do anything else.
It's too late to retrain.
Imagine if I went there now and I said I want it, and they go, what have you been doing? Writing smutty jokes for 40 years. Oh, great. Just what we want. Just what we've been crying out for. So it's kind of nice at this age to look over his shoulder and go, I ain't going to do anything else.
This is it.
This is it. So that's a relief. But I spent many, many years thinking I'm going to have to stop doing this silly nonsense. But if you just kind of keep going and...
Totally.
So that's all I want to say to people. Don't do something you don't want to do because you will go insane. If you've got any creative spark, everyone's got a creative spark, try and fulfill your dreams in some way.
I love that. Will you say the words as Barry?
Really, just believe in her. Believe in yourself.
I can hear the laughing through the glass. So good. So good. Now, you probably weren't expecting me to say this,
Oh, God.
Alex Lowe, but I'd like you to go spin.
Oh, great.
And I mean that in the most polite way.
Okay.
Because actually, you thought, there was going to be some sort of divine judgment deciding, is he going to go to heaven? I mean, I know you think you should go to heaven. You made that very clear when you first entered this room. Heaven, hell, or the in-betweenies.
God, I've seen Reborn on there. Why didn't I suggest that?
There's only one Reborn little segment.
Right, ready?
And can I just say thank you so much for making this the most brilliant episode.
Well, I've really enjoyed it. I'm so
Just loved
flattered
it.
to be asked.
Oh, stop. We're flattered to have you on.
Okay.
Deathlings, aren't we? Incredible. So you go for a little spinsies and I'll do a little bit of housework. Listen, if you want to find out where Alex Lowe ends up, is it going to be low or is it going to be high? Come with us adjacent to 6 Feet Under, and there'll be lots more of your amazing emails. We'll have Goddess Naya with us. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. Subscribe to the Apple Podcast, of course. I don't know why I'm doing this, but it's helping me remember the lines. Or you can contact Mel at deathpodcast.co.uk. I think I've covered everything. Join us on 6 Feet Under. See you in a second. You're listening to Where There's a Will, There's a Wake with Mel Gedroich. The senior producer's Charlie Morrell and the producer is Naya Dio, otherwise known as the Goddesses. The engineer is Matthias Torres. The assistant producer's Rani Prescott. The production coordinator's Eric Ryan. And the executive producer is Ollie Wilson. Music by the Rathbones. And a special thanks to Chris Skinner.